So my original plan was to show you my cocoa logo, which had similar situation, similar condition with the dead canes on the top section and new growth from the bottom. But I went ahead and start pruning away and forgot to film that one. Oops. Anyhow, I have Desdemona, which is the pot right next to it, that has similar, basically the same condition as Cocoa Loco, which I already pruned right here. Pruned down to, I think it is about, I have one foot left on this one. So Desdemona has the same new growth that sprout from the bottoms here. As you can see, it's all green, fresh new leaves, but these are the old canes damaged from the freeze, the December freeze. So what I am going to do with a rose like this that has dead cane on top, right? First, having a bucket or trash can or even trash bag nearby is going to make the job a lot easier. And of course, alcohol to sanitize your pruner, having everything close by, put on gloves of course. So this one right here, okay, this cane, I am going to prune lightly, even though it has dieback right here that start to develop. If you can see that kind of blackish over here, that means it has to go away ASAP before it's sprayed. And as you can see, we have new growth going inside a cane like that. I'm not going to keep this one, because if you let it grow, it is going to grow inward, grow inside, and we don't want that. We want this one to grow outward so that it will help increase the circulation, the air circulation inside. So I'm going to just cut right here since we have new growth coming out this way. So cut that just right above that cane, that new growth, and of course remove this one, throw that away. This is what we have left for this cane. As you can see, the new growth is facing outward, so that's fine. This cane right here has to go as well. It's going inward, even though it has new growth. I don't want that there. Now this one, let's see, I'm going to just go ahead and cut that part out because it's dry and dead. Don't need that. And continue to work your way around. This one, I'm not sure how well you can see. It has, obviously this part is dead, is so crispy and dry. We are going to remove it, but it also has new growth coming out there. I'm just going to trim that off because I don't want the canes to go inward. So I'm going to cut right here. There's another node right here that will eventually send out new canes, but I know that sometimes looking at that can take time. If you just need to remove the dead canes first and then look later, that's fine too. Whatever's work best for you. Pruning the rose this year is definitely different because each rose has different freeze damage. Some has more than another, so the way we prune it will be different from one rose to another. This one right here will go away. This one, I don't think any new growth is going to come out, so I'm going to cut off. So basically this one, I'm not going to have much left, right? The height of this one is less than a foot tall, but that's okay. It will grow back pretty fast. I'm going to update y'all to see what they look like later this spring. So this is Desdemona, and this is Coco Loco. I have photo of Coco Loco on my blog, and this one is quite glorious. The last 2 years it grew really much taller than this and has a lot of flowers, but I think it's going to be robust this year too, based on the way that the new growths are coming out already. So I'll continue to prune this one. That one is dead and dry. So if you have the rose in this similar condition, it can be quite easy to just, I mean, there's not much you can keep anyway. Just keep removing the dead part. So this cane right here, you don't want this one because it's facing inward, so I'm going to remove this one. And let's see right here, looks like it may develop dieback or fungal disease. So I'm going to just go ahead and remove because the color is quite questionable. The top part is dead anyway. I don't know if that will turn to fungal disease or not, but I'm just going to remove it. And looks like the part below it is fine, and it has new growth coming out. So I'm just going to cut it this way, right? So we want to always cut on the opposite side. If the node's coming out this way, you cut it that way so that the water is going to slide out that way, not directly onto the new growth that sprouts from there. And then remove that, and then eventually it's going to grow out that way, and that's fine. It's not like facing inside. And that section looks like it's not there anymore, so I'm just going to cut that down. So there's not much left here. So don't be panicked. I promise you it's going to grow back faster than you imagine. And I'm going to continue right here as well. Let's see, this one, it has the new growth that will grow in this way, so I guess I don't want that. Or maybe it's okay because I don't have any canes right here. I may just leave it and then see what happens. So I'm going to just cut that way. And we have just a few left on Desdemona. Don't want this cane facing inside. Cut that one. And this part right here, I'll just go ahead and remove it, just to prune it down to keep it that way. It has more growth coming out. I'm going to find where the new nodes is, and as you can see, it's right here, the new node that will grow from here. This one is fresh and it's facing out, so that is the spot where I'm going to prune, and I'm going to prune this way. So we have the new nodes facing out that way, and I have another cane right here which I'm going to remove as well because it's dead. Even if it's not dead, you need to remove it, that way it's not too crowded. And then just check and make sure I have sage next to it, which I have to prune as well. So this is it. I don't have much left on this one. So this is its current size. For those who want spray with neem oil or fungicides like bonine, Captain Jack's dead bug brew, or any fungicides, you can remove these leaves so that it will be all naked. Just have the canes in order to start fresh. You can do that as well. I don't think it is going to hurt. They will grow back. They will leaf out pretty quick in current weather. So if you want to go that route, you can. Or if you are lazy like me, you can just leave them as is, and then you can just spray over, and make sure that you spray underneath the leaves as well, because that's where most people miss when they spray. You don't just want the spray to coat the top part of the rose, you want underneath. And make sure you put on protective gears, whatever is necessary to keep you safe as well when handling chemical. But for me, I don't spray with anything, so I will just experiment and see how it goes this year if I don't defoliate any leaves from the previous month. So that will be my own experimentation. So that's it for this type of rose that has new growth coming out from the base, but having a lot of damages and dead and dry canes on top. And that's how I prune mine.